Hi there guys, hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back again. Today I'm going to talk to you with regard to an article that really excites me. It's a subject that I personally hold very close to my heart, so to speak. And it's with regard to, as you could probably tell from the title, it's to do with us absorbing energy, so as human beings. So this is my views on life. If you've seen any of my previous videos, is that I believe we are all made of energy within our physical vessel, so to speak. I won't go into that too much, but I've had, my camera's gone out of focus there. So I've had experiences in my life which have effectively confirmed to me about energy, and that is what we run off. A quick story just before I read the article. So years ago, when I was living with my parents, I was out and someone, unbeknown to myself, had been in my bedroom. A friend of mine at the time, and I didn't know that this had happened, but when I came home, I could feel a negative energy in my bedroom. So I asked my mum at the time, and I said, "Has anyone been in my room?" And then she said, "Yeah, such and such has been in there, and they wanted to borrow something of yours." But I said, "No, they said that they phoned you and asked if they could borrow it." And I said, "No, I hadn't received any phone call from this person in ages." So yeah, I definitely didn't give anyone permission to borrow anything of mine. That's just a very short story. I had another occasion when I went round someone's house and I could feel like a really dark energy when I was there. And I said, "Has anything happened recently here?" And a brother of the person came round and was in a really depressed mood. And it made me feel really down when I was there. And I've realised that I am a sponge to different energies. If I'm around excitable people, I feel excited. If I'm around negative people, it rubs off on me as well. I've been consciously trying to work on that, I guess, at least by noticing the fact that it happens at first. So this article, actually, before I get to the article, there's another, I wouldn't say story, but it's more of an experiment that I still am yet to try, but it's one that if any of you have tried it, it would be interesting to hear your comments down below. It's the rice experiment, where you have 2 pots of rice with a bit of water in there to help it decay over time. So identical pots of rice, identical amounts of rice, identical amount of water in each pot. Put them in the same location. One of them you hurl abuse at, and the other one you say loving things to. Now, I've seen these experiments done online, and the ones that you hurl abuse at decay a lot quicker than the ones that you hurl loving words at, I guess. Again, it's much deeper than just energy, because it's to do with words that are used. It's to do with tonality. Again, energy that you're directing out towards something. So when we swear at someone, it's got a negative connotation from it. Even if you don't understand the language, you can feel that it's negative the way someone's saying something, like the energy that's behind it. Okay, I won't waffle on too much, but let's get on to the article, because as I say, I'm just excited about this article because it somewhat scientifically confirms what I've believed for many, many years. Not even what I've believed, what I've known and what I've lived by. So let me get on with it anyway. So, did it ever happen to you when you were with a person and you felt a bad vibe, as if the person was stealing your energy? Everything is energy is one of the main axioms of science, and human beings are no strangers to energy transformations. An interesting study was conducted at the University of Bielefeld, Germany, which shows that plants can absorb energy from other plants. Olivia Bader-Lee, a physician and therapist, followed the results of this investigation. The science that studies the behavior of energy in living things is called bioenergetics. This research was conducted in algae, specifically in Chlamydomonas reinhardti. Sorry about any pronunciations there. It was discovered that in addition to photosynthesis, it also have an alternative source of energy, and that would be to absorb energy from other algae. The charge of this research is the German biologist Olaf Kruse, and its findings were reported on naturesite.com. According to Bader Lee, our bodies are like sponges, absorbing energy that is around us. This is exactly why there are people who feel uncomfortable when they are in a certain group with a mixture of energy and emotions. The human body is very similar to a plant that absorbs the energy needed to feed your emotional state and can energize the cells and increase the amount of cortisol and feed the cells depending on the emotional needs. Sorry, this is not very well written and grammar-wise, that's why I'm stuttering all over the place. That is why many people can change their mood, which leads to being nervous, stressed, angry, anxious, sad, but also happy, optimistic and laughing. Bader Lee says that over the centuries, man has lost that connection with nature, in which the exchange of energy could bring enormous benefit to humanity. Ultimately, the spirit is energy, and what we call supernatural is nothing more than the manifestation of different energies in the world. This was known in ancient cultures from every continent, but science has decided to ignore it, and only a few scientists dare to address these issues, for fear of criticism and rejection by the scientific community. So I'll leave this link down below for the article. I'd say look into it yourself as well. You never know what you might find, but just with my personal experiences, my personal beliefs, it completely fits in. Again, when they say that everything is energy, I mean, you've got music, you've got Nikola Tesla, when he was saying think of things in terms of energies and frequencies, I think that it is literally everything. A solid table, we're made to believe it's solid, but really if you look inside it, from my understanding, the molecular structure, if that's what you call it, would be vibrating at a rapid rate, from my understanding of it. But yeah, just this article fits in with my beliefs of what we are, not necessarily of how we got here, but how we can even look after ourselves. And when you may have heard people that are watching this video, I'm sure have probably watched other videos that talk about high frequencies and low frequencies. There's definite truth to it. When you're hearing negative news all the time, it's reinforcing a lower vibration. It's keeping you down mentally. When you reach those higher peaks, you'll notice different things will happen. Energetically, you'll notice different things will happen. But again, I'm still relatively new on this journey. Everything I'm looking at for myself, going from, again, my own beliefs to what fits in with that. But energy is 1,000,000% what I've always believed. Even before this Mandela effect situation, I hadn't really heard anyone that had the same beliefs as me, but for some reason I had these beliefs. I had nothing to warrant these beliefs. But since then I've read a book by David Icke the other day, one of his old books from like 1994. His beliefs are pretty much identical to mine, which is reassuring considering I don't even know where I got my belief system from. But yeah, that's all from me, guys. So comment down below, like, and for anyone that's continuing to follow this journey on this account, you're doing a great job. I know I don't always reply to messages and comments. I do read a lot of them, if not probably 98% of them, because they come up in my notifications. I can't always physically respond to every one of them. But as I say, guys, thank you very much for your time and keeping up with me on this video YouTube thing. Yeah, thanks a lot. Cheers. Bye.